Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Hope you're having a good day. Before we get to the painting video, I just want to show you guys my new airbrush. Yep, I got into airbrushing. This is a compressor and airbrush from Canadian Tire up here in Canada. But the airbrush, it was good, but the thing is it was a suction feed one, so it had to suck up the paint, so it means you had to put a lot in there, which would have been good for priming and stuff like that. Then I got myself this one here from Amazon. It is dual action. It is a vertical gravity feed, and you can change. It comes, and it attaches right up to the same compressor. It uses the same hose that came with the compressor. It's a little bit short, the hose, so it also came with this kit here that comes with an extra hose. It comes with some dropper bottles, which is great. So if you want to not get, if you don't have paints that are in dropper bottles or whatever, you want to suck up your contrast paints. It comes with some different nozzles, 0.3 millimeter, 0.2 millimeter, and 0.5. It also comes with the needles that go with that as well. It comes with a hose adapter if you have a different kind of hose on your compressor. It comes with a 6-foot hose, so very long hose, awesome. So I'm gonna actually be painting this miniature, or this larger miniature, with this airbrush, so please be patient with me. Alright, we're gonna get started here. I started off with the slap chop underpainting method with some black, gray, and white on this mercenary who is called Tun'Dor, which is really awesome. I love the name. And we're gonna be starting off with some Dorado skin. So this is a skin tone from Army Painter. What it is, I put it in my little airbrush here, added some medium first, some airbrush medium, and then added the paint, mixed it all up with my brush, and slapped it on. Now, please be patient with me. I do hit some other spots. Skeleton bone is next for that shield, and also for the horns, which I forgot to record. For some reason, it stopped recording. Then I use some leather brown, the same kind, but this is actually the air war paints. So this is made for the airbrush, no thinning required, and to be honest, it's true. And I had so much fun painting this miniature with an airbrush. Now, I'm not telling you guys I'm going to be doing this, because if I would paint this on like the tiny miniatures from Zombicide, I'd probably get the whole miniature in one shot. However, I will be doing it for like underpainting or getting my base coats on for some miniatures, so keep an eye out for that. And we're going to be working on hardened leather. So this is speed paint now inside the airbrush. I did not know you could do that. Watched a couple videos and saw that people did that, so I said I'm going to do this. And I'm doing it on the hair of this mercenary, I think it's hair. I'm not sure if it's their hair or whatever, but also the handle of that big giant warhammer. Now we're using the plate mail metal air war paint. So this is an actual air paint. It's not like it's their metallic. It's plate mail metal, but it's for an air gun, which is awesome. Because if you guys remember, I used speed paints with our metallic paint one time just to get that shine through without getting rid of the slap chop. Now, the underpainting, I don't know if I put it on too thick or whatever, but I think the underpainting doesn't show as much doing airbrush. Maybe I was too close, maybe I put on too much paint, I'm not sure. Like I said, I'm new to this whole thing. I think it sort of worked because I couldn't get to all the areas, right? And I'm using an airspeed paint here, runic gray on his boots, and on his big hammer, and on the chainmail part. So just to give it a sort of like a bluish hint to it, more metallic, because anyways, slaughter red for the handle of his sword now, his broadsword. But I did get some everywhere. Uniform gray now for the hilt of the sword. Not the hilt, sorry, the scabbard. Keep getting that wrong. Some cobalt skin now, dry brush. So what I did is I actually touched up all the little mistakes I made where airbrush paint went flying everywhere. And now we're doing the airbrushing now on top of that fur. We're going to put some strong skin wash on top of that Dorado skin. So we're pretty much finishing off the miniature now, just to give it the final touches with stuff I don't think I should have used an airbrush on, because especially when you're using a wash, you really want to get into the nooks and crannies, and I think the airbrush kind of blows it everywhere and dries it really quickly. So soft tone as well. I don't know, maybe I could have used this on the entirety of the miniature with the airbrush. If you guys are airbrush painters out there, let me know if you can put a wash. I mean, you can use speed paints and all the other stuff, but a wash, I don't know if it would give the same effect. I mean, I could have tested it to see what was going on, and you can see in the background there, I got myself some primers, some cleaners, some mediums, and I even got a glossy black one from Green Stuff World and a gray one from Green Stuff World. I got that because at one point I was brushing on primers if it was too cold outside to use a spray can. But to tell you the truth though, using an airbrush to prime is such a great method and saves you so much time, and it gets a little bit it's a lot thinner than a spray can. You have to be very careful with spray cans. Sometimes you can muffle up a lot of details. So anyways, I want to thank you guys for watching this video. And there you have it. Tun'Dor is painted and ready to fight some tribes in Hate the board game. Again, if you like these videos, hit that like button and subscribe if you're new to the channel, and we'll see you all in the next one.